the difference between Austrians and Germans is like the difference between a battleship and a waltz.
A battleship and a waltz?
That's about the difference between...
Really?
Yeah.
So there's really not a lot of similarities, is what you're saying. Christoph, thank you so much for being here. I told you backstage I am a huge fan of yours. And your performance in *Inglourious Basterds*, I think, has ruined my marriage. Because every time that movie comes on, I can't stop watching it. And I'm always watching you. I loved your performance, as did everybody.
Blue, blue.
What's that?
Blue, blue.
Blue, blue? You interrupted me for blue, blue? No one gets away with that but you, Christoph Waltz.
Thank you.
Quiet. Blue, blue. Thank you for being here, though.
Thanks
It's
so much
very
for
exciting.
inviting
You know what I love me? Slip there. I can't speak tonight because of the go. You are such an amazing actor. You're so intense. In that movie, you can be so, in *Inglourious Basterds*, you're so charming, and then suddenly this dead-eyed stare that you can give that I find so chilling that you're giving me right now.
Yeah.
You're so good at that. I know that you're from Austria, is that correct?
That's right, that's right.
And there are, like many Americans, unfortunately, I don't know enough about the rest of the world, and I'm familiar with Germany, but I don't know the difference, say, in the culture between, say, Austrians and Germans. Can you enlighten us?
Oh, the difference between Austrians and Germans is like the difference between a battleship and a waltz.
A battleship and a waltz?
That's about the difference between...
Really?
Yeah.
So there's really not a lot of similarities, is what you're saying. How are the Austrians different? I mean, I know there's the Germans, there's the cliche, which is they have no sense of humor.
That's not a cliche.
It's just 100% true.
Well, it's sort of, you know, Germans, I hope I'm not hurting anybody's feelings.
No,
but Germans...
It does go out on television.
Yeah.
I mean, the Germans might hear about this.
Well, you know...
They won't hear about this. Please speak freely. It's just...
Thank you.
It's just us and a fake moon. Please, speak.
Thank you. I think Germans always go for head-on collision. You know, and it rarely has sort of grace and melody and rhythm. It's just the... And
there's no irony, there's no sense of they just say exactly what they mean.
Exactly. Everything else is dubious and slimy and...
They're suspicious
Yeah, I'm highly dubious and slimy, so...
Yeah. I love it when a guest just comes out and says that. But you Austrians then have a sense of humor.
Well, Austrians tend to make their lives easier. So first of all, they are very polite, and second, they don't mean it. So... And it's just, you know, a mode of communication and exchange, and in between you have a sip. So, you know, what can go wrong?
Very nice. Well, I'm Irish, I understand.
Exactly. Well,
we're the same way. We are very nice, but we don't mean it.
No, absolutely. But you know, Ireland has 9 Literature Nobel Prize winners. 9.
Yeah.
I mean, that says something for communication in a culture.
Yes.
And the difference between, in all seriousness, if that's appropriate at all...
No, we'll cut this part out.
The difference between Austrians and Germans is very much like English and Irish.
Right.
Very much.
Right. There's more of the sense of the silly and the absurd, probably.
Yeah.